my other mother to the doctor, and so as I take her to the doctor, she's asking about my job situation. For a lot of people that know me, I was a paraeducator, and I love my job. Like my job was my life. Like it was everything to me. It wasn't work. That's probably why it was my life. It was everything that I wanted to do, help kids be better, help them with their education, school, sports. I can talk to instead of having a class of 15 to 30 kids, I can literally talk to every kid in the school if I wanted to. So it was my dream job. I didn't want to go no higher. I didn't want to go no lower. I was right where I wanted to be. It was like the perfect place that I wanted to be. And then something happened, and then I'm dealing with CPS. And I'm not going to get into all of the issues with the CPS thing because they didn't find me guilty or not guilty. Is a gray area because they couldn't find no evidence of me not being guilty. They couldn't find no evidence of me being guilty, but they only had one word versus another person's word. And to me, first and foremost, I don't understand how people can either see something and make it more than what it is, or just blown out lie about stuff. And I'm not even gonna go on about what it was that they lied about. But if you know anything about CPS, you already know what it's about. Now, your imagination can take it as far as little as you want. But this is what I will tell you about one situation. You got me on camera plenty of times getting my ass whipped by students and never thrown a punch, never hit them, never grabbed them, anything. And so, if it's pretty much video documented of somebody never ever having that type of altercation with a kid, and I mean spin kick to the hip, bruised area, or, a girl that needed help, just not all there, just spazzes out on you and wants to fight you and scratch you up and like, if any time, even out of just blunt reaction, your time is like to really catch that person or push them, hit them, whatever it may be, because that time is a panic time. So, but I'm past that. Moving on. Talking about the schooling in this area. And it might be in a lot of areas, but all I can talk for is Montgomery County Public School System. And this is just for what? The 2 strong years, I think it's 2.5, maybe 3, but 2.5 strong years of me working for the Montgomery County Public School System. And before that, I'm at 15 plus years in aftercare, childcare, things of that nature. So I've always been in childcare. Always been in childcare. But I wanted to be here because it was a little more freedom. And basically, I don't want no parts of it no more. I don't want no parts of any child care working under anyone, whether it's Montgomery County, whether it's after school care. I really don't want no parts of it at all. And the reason why is no one speaks up for you. When something goes wrong, no one speaks up for you. And they know that you're probably the greatest person in the world, but no one speaks up for you. And that's what blows me, because me as a person, when it comes to children, I'm just like my mother. My home is open to anyone. If I don't want to see a child on the street, I don't want to see a child in need. If I got a pair of shoes on and the kid's shoes is looking like real messed up and nasty, I'm the first to take the shoes off of my own feet and give them to them like, yo, man, enjoy the shoes, have a ball. If I have video game system and I know this kid's doing good in school, but they can't afford it, yo, take mine. I'll get another one in time. So, that's always been my thing. Always. Because I had a few people in my life that made sure I had haircuts in high school. Thank you, Miss Fuller. Made sure that if I needed any little thing, they would get it. Whether it could be from either underwear, undershirts, to socks, to haircuts, to if I needed basketball shoes, anything. Like, I got those things. And they didn't do it because they wanted recognition. Nothing. They was like, yo, he needed, he's a good kid, let me help him out. So, I'm like, yo, I want to do that too. Like, that's my life goal, is to try to help as many kids as possible. And hopefully they can get scholarships in schools, or just being able to have that feeling that someone cared. So, but, back onto Montgomery County public school system thing is like, the job deteriorated me. It made me not want to do nothing with children if I got to work for somebody. Now, if I'm the boss, then I'm still going to work with kids. So if I was running my own daycare, or if I was running my own after school program, no problem. I can do that. If I got to work under somebody else, big problem. Don't want to do that. Don't even want to come close to it, because your boss don't even speak up for you. Your co-workers will throw you under the bus. And at the end of the day, especially in the system that I worked in, 85% of the people that work in the field don't give a damn about the kids. None. Not a bit. Kid come in crying or upset, they literally just let the kid walk by them and don't say nothing. Kids having a bad day at home, they don't try to make them smile, nothing. Like, your job as an educator is to make sure this kid is safe at all times. That's number one. Two is make sure they're mentally ready to learn for the day. And if your kid is sad, upset, crying, or got in trouble and don't know, confused, whatever, you can't be ready to learn if you're any of those things. And like I said, 85% of the teachers, paraeducators, or anybody in the education field in my area, honestly, from what I've seen in 2 different schools, and I mean, I was at a white school and I was at a school for kids with disabilities. I gotta find help in either one of them, right? It should be dominantly help there. No, neither one. Neither one. And I already know about the black school system because I came up in it. And the people that helped me was not the main teachers. So the people that helped me out of their own pocket or their own time. Gil, you're going to have to come to my house, or Gil, you're going to have to call me so you can get this work done. Like, this was never on school hours when I got the real help. So, like, my story goes further than this. And mind you, I'm not working right now, but they still got me on payroll like I'm working, because they don't even want to pay. They don't want to let me go to pay work when you get fired. I can't remember. I'm out of it right now because this is an emotional situation. This is emotional for me to talk about the kids' situation. But they got me on payroll so I can't collect like workman's comp. Is that workman's comp? No, it's not workman's comp. Whatever it is, you know what it is. Basically, when you get fired, you go apply for it, you get paid like a quarter or 30% of whatever your pay was at the time for as long as you was working. Basically, I can't even apply for that because they won't let me off. So they want me to just leave so they can say, oh, he left on his own free will. We didn't fire him. We didn't let him go. Like, but you're not giving me a job to get paid either. Don't make no sense. Now, mind you, I just looked on the county sheet today. I talked to a dude a month ago. There are no job openings in this blah 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 in security for schools. There's no job openings blah 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 for this. BS. I look on the joint a month ago, and then weeks after that, and then weeks after that, and then now today, because the school kind of opens up today to prepare for real school, for when school does open up next week. So many listings for jobs, but you ain't got nobody hiring. And mind you, I know the security field. I got my CPI training. I got all of that stuff. And you're telling me there are 0 jobs open. And then half the time, they don't even want to put you in the security pool. If you don't know somebody or somebody to push you through, you will never get in the security pool. But they need people. Same with paraeducators. There's jobs all across the board. Like literally, there's so many paraeducator jobs. But they need people. But they're not hiring. Or they're not giving these jobs to people that really want these jobs. They're giving these jobs to people that don't want to do their job. So I'm going to give you 3 examples. One is this elderly guy. This guy's probably been here in the school system for over 45 plus years. He's working as a paraeducator. He walks the kids to class, whatever it may be. Let me give you the real scenario. He's getting dragged to each class by whatever kid he has to walk. He's getting dragged. He yells and screams at certain kids because he don't want to hear their stuff sometimes. And I mean, he's not a bad person. You can just tell, like, dude, it's your time. Like, it's time to let it go. Let that man work in the office and get his retirement fund or whatever so he can retire and go on. Something else. Got another person. Teacher. Teaching the kids. Kid is crying and she tells the kid to shut up. Shut up, you're a drama queen. That's how you talk to kids. Somebody talk to your child like that? Like, this is something from me to a lot of you parents. Ask your kid what happened at school today. And not the normal. Ask them to tell you everything that happened at school today. What they seen, what happened to them, and what are they forced to do, what are they not forced to do, what are they supposed to do. Ask your kid. Ask them. Ask them. The day I got let go at the first job where I was working with most of the white school, I told them not to let them know that they're not bringing me back next year. Even though they gave me a promotion and said they wanted me, then they took me away. We're not even going to go that far. We're not going to talk about it. But they said they weren't going to bring me back. The first thing I said is, do not tell the kids. You tell the kids, then I got to explain to these kids what's going on. Over the PA, we have an assembly or whatever, and over the PA, they announced that all of the people that's not coming back next year. That's what they announced. And they announced me last, which I don't even understand why they would do that. I don't know why they announced me at all when I said I don't want to be announced. Y'all can explain to them next year why I'm not here. So they explain it. Mr. Bishop will not be here. He'll be leaving us. No, I'm not leaving you. You are not giving me the job. So I don't understand why they lie and say that. He'll be leaving us to move on to another school. No, I wanted to stay at the school. You chose to let me go. So say we're letting Mr. Bishop go because we don't need him or something. Say something else, but don't lie to these kids. You lie to the kids and say he's leaving us. He's going to a new school, blah, blah, blah. I have over 1,000 kids crying on me. My shirt drenched wet. I get home. My girlfriend at the time says, yo, you worked out today? You're sweating? I said, no, these are kids' tears. These are kids' tears. Kids crying. Yes. They told all of them kids at the assembly that I wouldn't be here. I got mauled by these kids. One story I will never forget, because one of the little kids was this little girl with an attitude. She gave me attitude every day, but I made it my point to try to make her smile every day. Whatever it was, corny, funny, whatever. I just wanted her to just smile every day. Mind you, this girl was nasty to me. Super nasty, mean. I'm okay with that, man. I got 9 sisters. I have a whole lot of mean, nasty sisters in my life, so little girl ain't gonna bother me. What did bother me is after all of that stuff was said, she finds me in a hallway and hugs the shit out of me and squeezes me. I've never been squeezed like this before in my life. And she's crying. Why are you leaving me? I said, I'm not leaving you. I had to get a girl my little number. I had to get a girl family my number. Like, yo, if y'all ever want to talk, whatever, call me. I don't mind being big bro to her, whatever, because like I said, I love the edge that she had. She ain't taking no crap. That's what these little girls need today. Take no crap attitudes. So, you know, not leaving you. It's just some stuff that I can't really explain to you right now because I did not want to throw people on the bus. That's just not my character. But I could have told the truth, but I didn't want to throw people under the bus. And mind you, I got let go on a day of one of my stepbrothers getting shot on the phone. They didn't even have the decency to let me go to my face. They let me go on a phone call. This is the school system. They got people there that's literally like, yo, like a lot of times these people like, I can't deal with that kid. They move them to a nice kid. They keep moving until they get to an easy kid that they ain't got to do nothing. And then they'll throw the hard kids to someone like me that don't mind it. And then when something bad happens, you know you got to report that this kid's bad as hell, that does bad things, that do all kinds of bad things. But I get blamed for something that I didn't do at all because I refuse to say, switch me to another kid. Because, and this crazy thing is after this whole situation it's not been not one kid, even the ones that fought me or whatever, has not came back to me and said, man, I missed you, Mr. Bishop. I love you, Mr. Bishop. Man, I can't wait to go do this or play basketball or whatever, Mr. Bishop. You're going to help me with my work today, Mr. Bishop. Mind you, these is right after fights. Kids wanting to beat me up. But I'm the first to go. Or not to get applied for, or jobs or whatever. I'm at this point where I just don't care about working in the child care system no more. And mind you, I am literally what we call a unicorn in this field. I'm a black male working as a paraeducator in a school. It's not a lot of us. It's literally not a lot of us at all. And here you go. This is why, because it's hard for us. We can't come back from this. When something bad happens, a guy never comes back from it. I've heard of a woman that was giving a kid head at a school. Giving a kid head at a school and end up getting a job at another school. I've been trying to get my job back for God knows how long. I can't even get a response email saying decline or no, we're not interested. But a lady that was sucking off little Johnny is working. You tell me what's wrong with the system. I want to go on so much more. I hope someone sees this in some type of power or anything, because like talking to people in charge, don't do nothing. Talking to the head of education, don't do nothing. It's until it's on some TV show or it's on the news or it's on Oprah or somebody, and then that's when they be like, Ellen DeGeneres, I can't even say her name, but we all know who Ellen is. Until someone like that brings it up, that's when people want to see it or understand it or acknowledge it. That's when. So, all in all, man, I hope everybody have a good day. I got more to talk about in this story, but I'm so emotional at the point I don't want to keep talking about it. So I'm on my venue of trying to change my career at 37. Damn near an impossible task. I've been doing this for over literally 20 years of childcare of any sort. Y'all have a great day. Mm-hmm.